So I wanted to make this video and bring you along for it. At the moment the car is an absolute mess. Now bear in mind I have spent 2 weeks in here without any real effort made to keep it clean, keep it tidy. So yeah, I want to have a tidy up and also change a few things around. So one of the first things I want to change is this. This is a black sheet that I put up as a curtain to kind of create a barrier between the front and the back of the car. And it's made of this really nasty, noisy material, which I just don't like. I get that bungee cord and I put it across the grab handles and I just throw it over. So what I'm going to do is exchange this for a black towel. Really look forward to throwing this away because it's big, it's bulky, it's noisy, it's untidy because it doesn't fold up. But yeah, I can't wait to get rid of this. And as we make our way into the car, I am a gym goer. I do have supplements, got pre-workout, got my creatine and some carbohydrate powder. I've got my multivitamins down there. They are obviously super annoying and I do use them every single day. So I'm going to try and find some room for those. These drawers that I have here, I hate them so much because they take up a lot of space. They're an odd shape, so you can't stack things in there very nicely. I mean, look at this, for example. I've got a weightlifting belt in there and a dog coat. It's just a huge waste of room. So I'm going to basically try to reduce my stuff as much as I can to the point where I don't need these drawers at all. One of the worst purchases I've made so far is this little radiator. I don't know why, but I thought I was going to be able to run it on my Bluetti power station. But honestly, it lasts about an hour and then it drains the battery on the power station. So I'm going to be removing this as well. All right, underneath my bed is where I have 3 tubs. I've got one with my clothes in. I've got one with one coat in, which I cannot access whilst those 3 drawers are there. And I've got one with food in and also like cooking utensils. So it's all a little bit messy, mix match. I never know where anything is when I need it. So what I'm going to do is try to sort the 3 drawers out into these 3 tubs. I've also got one whole drawer for Freddie's stuff, which is basically biscuits and dog treats. So it's a little bit of a waste of room. This is what I was talking about. This is a huge waste of space. So I'm going to put these 2 pieces in the roof box. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, why on earth was there pepper and a bag of rice in with a lifting belt and knee sleeves? When you're in the heat of the moment and you're in a car, it's pitch black, you can't see anything and this thing's just in your way, the first thing you do is just chuck it in a drawer and deal with it tomorrow, which is why most of the time you just end up in a big unorganized mess and you have boxes of cereal and teapots underneath the driver's seat. This drawer is one of my favourite drawers because I'm always in here. This is where I also keep my shower gel, my towel, toothpaste, toothbrush. It's not in here right now because it's in a separate bag because I had a shower in the gym yesterday. So if I can sort this out, that will be absolutely amazing. So already these 2 tubs are now empty. And when this final one has gone, this has Freddie stuff in it, I will be able to put my shower and cleaning stuff into one of the tubs under the bed. I'll be able to put my food and kitchen utensils into another one, then I have a food in the other one. Freddie's stuff I'm going to have to really think about because he has like pig's ears and things like that I just don't want near my toothbrush. So I'll think about that as we go. I'm already feeling so much better about having that little bit of extra space. The tub right down this way, I couldn't access this when the drawers were where the camera currently is. And as mentioned, it has one coat in it. We're going into summer now. It is still a little bit chilly, so I'll probably just put this in the roof box and then it's there as and when. Everything that is in the car, I want it to be something that I actually need to use every single day, and this coat certainly isn't one of them. So now I have this available. What I'll do is, not very carefully at the moment, because I'll perfect everything later on, I'll just chuck all of my kitchen utensils, showering stuff into this tub. And this is what my pantry looks like. A few things in here that I'm not going to do again is buy flour and also put eggs in here. Because I'm essentially sleeping on top of these tubs, eggs get crushed all the time. And one thing that I've been dying to get rid of is this thing. Another thing I've been excited to get rid of. These bloody things. Never used them, not once. There's one thing that I have learned about living in my car is that I don't need a stockpile of food. When I first moved into my car, I was always thinking to myself, I need to keep food on board. But shops are so local everywhere we go. A few months ago I went to Salisbury Plains and I was sleeping right alongside the Stonehenge, and a guy walked past me with his dog and asked me if I needed anything from the shops. And I thought to myself, where on earth are you going to find a shop? We're in the middle of nowhere. And sure enough, there was a co-op about a mile away. So if I could advise you, don't have a stockpile of food. Shops are so accessible, and you know, with things like meat, because I don't have a fridge, I'd rather just buy fresh every single day. I know it sounds like a little bit of an inconvenience, but I'd rather that than have food going off, food making a mess in the car, and also taking up space. Finally getting somewhere. There is room starting to open up. Freddie, you wait. I've got rid of an entire bin bag of things, which is super surprising because the other day in Bournemouth I did do a little clear out and I was able to get another 4 bin bags. So I got rid of 2 full bin bags of stuff, which is just absolutely mad. But already this is the space where the 3 tubs were. That's all gone, and now I've just got a bit of extra floor space. I was thinking about putting like something here so I can make the bed into like an L shape, just to give Freddie like a space to relax on his own at night, because it is a little bit cramped on this single camping bed with both me and Freddie. But also what I'd like to be able to do is have my gas stove here, and I've ordered something that I'll make a video about when it gets delivered, but ultimately it's like a little metal cylinder that you put on a gas stove and you leave the gas stove on, and it just turns it into a radiator basically to keep it warm at night. I have also ordered a carbon monoxide detector just in case, but so far so good. I'm happy. One thing that I do still need to get rid of is more clothes. So what I'm going to do is continue messing around, continue moving things around, trying to make space, sorting things out. I've got a load of laundry to do, and I'll touch base with you guys in a few hours to see the final result. After cleaning for a surprisingly long time, we now have this empty floor space. This, in case it isn't obvious enough in the video, is where the 3 drawers were, and I now have thrown away a whole bin bag worth of stuff, and you wait, and have arranged everything into my 3 tubs. So now I have all of that free space, which is amazing because it allows me to pull the tubs all the way out and get the lids off, which is something I wasn't really able to do before, and it's just nicer to look at. I've also ordered this heat thing for the gas stove that I spoke about earlier on, and in order for me to run that throughout the night to keep it warm in here, I am going to need a nice open space, because the metal cylinder obviously gets really hot and I don't want the dog near it. I don't want to fall on it whilst I'm sleeping. It's not the safest solution, but I need something to stay warm at night. It's not too bad, but just recently we've had a few frosty nights, which has taken us by surprise, and it's on those nights where you just wish you had something to keep you warm. So hopefully it's not the sort of thing that I would need to use every night, but this available floor space is really, really nice. It's just less things to trip over, I have less places to lose things in, and overall it's just so much nicer. The more time I spend living in this car, the more I realise how much stuff I still have that I can get rid of. And that leads me on to one more point about why I didn't build out the back of my Volkswagen Touareg. And that's because with my current setup, I'm able to put things away, I'm able to change things as I go. So moving forward, if I do want to continue living in the Volkswagen Touareg, I believe I've really got to the bottom of all of the niggly issues and problems that could have occurred after building something in here out of wood. My original plan was to have a double bed in here. If you've seen my previous videos, you would have seen that I did have 2 of these camp beds. I've reduced it to 1, then I put the drawers in. I've now got rid of the drawers. So with that in mind, if I did build out in here, it would have been a huge problem and it would have been a massive waste of money, because I just keep reducing things that I have. I keep learning new things, which is really fun, it's really exciting, which makes me super glad that I didn't build out in the back of this car. I still believe this is just the start, and I will continue evolving as I live out the back of this car, but so far I'm having a great time, and this setup now is already feeling like the best version of the Volkswagen Touareg, mini, camper, whatever you might want to call it. So yeah, super happy, super glad that I did this little tidy up video. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comment box below, and if you want to see more videos like this, also let me know. And yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.